It's not that I can't use a chainsaw to cut down trees. It's just not what I had planned to do today. I would have preferred to use my axes, but we're out in the open. It's a job we want to get done here quick so we can eat lunch, and it's only going to take a few minutes. Who knew the chainsaws are faster than using axes? This is an American elm, and American elms were decimated beginning in the 1950s by Dutch Elm Disease. For some reason, this one escaped it. It had lasted. I guess that it probably found it and took it out, and it's been standing dead here for a long time. Rod wants it down. This will be the 10th tree that I felled for Rod and out on his property. Our 8 of them were back in the grove, and those other 9 were all, well, I guess the first 8 were with axes. The silver maple I worked on was a twin tree. We took that one down before this, cleaned it up, and now I'm out to this Dutch elm. Extremely hardwood. I am stopping to make a wedge because, of course, I didn't think I'd be felling with a chainsaw. So I didn't bring my wedges out. I probably should have had them along anyway, just in case I got bound up in a buck or something. So I'm stopping to take part of the limb off. I had cut a big limb off on the side to get rid of the weight so I could direct this tree where I want it to fall, and made a wedge. Now I cut a big face cut in. That's a Humboldt cut. So the wedge is straight across and the notch part is cut out from the bottom so that as the tree comes down, the idea is that it will skid down that slope and land flat. And if it lands flat, it does a lot less damage to the property. So you don't have big holes and divots like you would if you were cutting a conventional cut and it just snapped off. The reason I'm so high is because there's a flare down there. I'm not very flexible. I want to be standing up when that starts to go so that I can, get away from it. If I have to get up off the ground, I'm not very good at that. I just will, it's not safe. And what I will simply do is come back and make a second cut to cut that lower. And I want to leave it high enough that he doesn't hit it with the mower until he can finally get the stump out. Now we're just dressing up the edges of the cut to make sure that I've got a nice clean hinge. And then I decide, if I do have to get away from this thing, I don't want to be walking over this limb. So I have cut the limb into pieces, but one of the big pieces, that first came off the tree is still lying there. And you can see from the way it's lying that it was going to pull the tree toward that way, and the tree is leaning right for that post with the birdhouse on it. It will take out that post and it will take out those small trees. Really don't want it to happen. Rod's not real concerned. But I need to take this tree and make it fall about 30 degrees or so away from its lean to the right of its lean. The wind is helping me. See the wind turbine in the back? That's facing the wind. That's the direction I want to go. Tracing my back cut because, I'm an amateur faller. This is not a difficult cut. People who cut trees for a living will be looking at me and laughing and saying like, well, you should have done this and you should have done that. Yeah, I can make this safer. I know just enough about it from felling trees with axes um, that I can control it a little bit better if I use a chainsaw. I'm going to direct that tree to lie parallel to the tree line, probably 15 yards away from those trees. We're just going to make it lay down. And I want it to lay down flat, like I said, so that it doesn't hurt the ground. I don't want great big, you know, divots and stuff out there. So now we're going in. And the idea is leave more wood on the hinge on this side so that as it starts to fall, it'll break away first on that left side. The right side will hold it and keep it on track. All right, so now let's tune in. It's very windy. It's always windy at Rod's place. Let's hear what it sounds like when it goes. I'm always looking up because a little bit of movement on the bottom is a big movement on the top. So you watch the top to see it move. And as soon as I bend down, there it goes. I don't see it. Rod yells out it's going and I take off. And look how flat that laid down. I want to show that again. I could just watch that over and over. It's beautiful. Exactly where I aimed it, flat as can be. There's no divots in the ground. Time for lunch. All I got to do is walk over, turn the saw off, because that's been running the whole time. And let's eat.